Asquequasini Tampawag. Welcome back for another episode of Tomaquag Museum's Children's Hour. It's me, Silvermoon LaRose, and I'm here with my son, Nikus.
Hello, my name's Nikus.
And he's here to help me with today's Children's Hour. We were just eating up our dinner. Some delicious,
Salad.
Yeah, we wanted salad tonight because it was awful hot outside. We wanted something really nice and light. How's that salad taste?
It's good.
It's good. Let's give it a try.
It's actually really good.
It was good, huh?
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Mm-hmm. We had to get creative to make this salad.
What's that?
I'm going to share a story with you about how we made a delicious salad from things that grow all right out in our yard. Let's see if I can share my screen. Oh, here we are. The name of our story.
Everything.
Yeah. Nikus is in this story. He's very excited for you to see this story. And I wrote this book myself, and it's called Make Me a Salad. Nikus had been playing outside all morning and was awfully hungry. He was feeling too hot for heavy foods like pizza and hot dogs. He wanted something fresh and light.
Like this.
A salad would be perfect, Mom. Can you make me a salad? He cried. Sure, just pick some lettuce from the garden and bring it here, Mom answered. So Nikus took a look in the garden, but they had used up all the lettuce and would have to wait for more to grow back. Now what would he do?
He would grab some leaves.
Let's see. Don't worry, his mom said. I can still make you a salad. Let's take a walk and see what we can find. Mom grabbed a big bowl and headed out the door. Trust me, Nikus, there are lots of plants you can use to make a salad. I'll show you.
And then I lose my hands.
Nikus thought of kale, spinach, and red leaf lettuce, and all those other vegetables he had seen at the farmer's market. But they didn't have any of these growing in the yard. What were they going to find?
These.
Mom headed straight for a group.
Mom, I actually love these.
Yeah, it's good, huh?
I actually like this. I want to eat it.
Go ahead.
Tomorrow I want some.
All right. Mom headed straight for a group of bushy green leaves.
But what do you call this?
Mom headed straight for a group of bushy green leaves with dainty purple flowers. Violets. There are many species of violets that are native to the Northeast. These shiny green leaves are high in vitamin A and C, and the flowers will make a pretty and delicious. Let's add some to our salad, said Mom. After they set off across the yard, Nikus stopped to pick some yellow dandelions for his mom when he noticed her plucking the leaves and adding them to her bowl. Mom smiled and said, Save those flowers, we can cook them later. You can use all the parts of a dandelion, and they're packed with vitamins and minerals like iron, calcium, magnesium, and potassium.
Iron?
Mm-hmm. I prefer dandelion greens cooked, but these young leaves are less bitter and will be good in our salad. They crossed a gravel path leading to the driveway, and Mom stopped to pluck a few leaves from a weed growing in the gravel. This is broadleaf plantain, and it came from parts of Asia and Europe, but it spread so quickly throughout America that it was mistaken for a native plant. If we put the leaves in boiling water for just a minute, it will make them less tough. It's worth the extra work because they have a lot of healthy vitamins and minerals, just like the dandelions. Nikus was the first to reach the driveway, and there he found a plant with tiny yellow flowers and heart-shaped leaves growing right out of the cracks in the pavement. Yellow sorrel is my favorite, she said, stuffing a few leaves and flowers into her mouth. When I was a kid, I used to eat this all the time, and we called it sourgrass.
Well, sourgrass.
You just did. We'll only use a little in our salad because this plant contains oxalic acid, and too much will keep our bodies from absorbing the calcium that makes our bones so strong. On the other side of the driveway was a patch of red clovers. Mom picked the leaves and the flowers and threw them into the bowl. Red clover is full of nutrients, but most surprisingly, it's a great source of protein. The leaves are edible, but the flowers are the tastiest part. But we won't eat too many. They can make you gassy.
What does gassy mean?
And you have to break wind. Gross. There are lots of other wild edible greens like dame's rocket and sassafras leaves and purslane. We're literally surrounded by salad greens. They took the salad bowl inside and washed all the greens with fresh cold water.
Like. Yeah, I can say that.
Mom poured on Nikus's favorite salad dressing and tossed it to mix it all up. It didn't look like the kind of salad he was used to. He felt a little bit nervous. But it only took one bite to win him over. Nikus thanked his mom for the great salad. And guess what?
What?
He ate every single bit. I guess it was a pretty good salad after all. Did you like it?
Yep.
All right.
I was trying to tell you.
It's a good one. Nikus did a really good job helping me out with that story. And he really enjoyed that salad. He didn't even save me a bite. So that was just a story that I wrote for Children's Hour last year when we were learning about different traditional uses of plants that grow in the New England area. And I wanted to be able to share that story with you, but it's not a book that you can purchase somewhere because it's not published. Not published yet, maybe one day. But there are some other really great books that you can check out. And these books celebrate foraging. Let me see if I can share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about. So foraging is when you go searching for food in the wild. And there's some really great books written by other Indigenous authors that are all about foraging. And one of my favorites is called A Day with Yaya. And it's written by Nicola Campbell. And she's Salish and Métis. And what's really beautiful about this book is that she includes the traditional language of the Salish people. Now, this book is set in Nicola Valley in British Columbia, and it's about a First Nations family that go on an outing to gather edible plants and mushrooms. And the grandmother, Yaya, she passes down her traditional knowledge of the natural world to her grandchildren. And that's what's all in this book. And I found a video on YouTube. Right here it says, hear it read aloud. And you can hear this book being read to you. And what I loved about this video is that the people who read the book were really careful to try to pronounce the words in the Salish language correctly so that you could hear them the way they're supposed to be pronounced. It's really important to respect people's languages. And Indigenous languages can be really difficult to learn. And unfortunately, because of the history of this country and the changes that happened here when Europeans came, a lot of our languages are being lost. People have to learn how to re-speak their language because in some of our communities, it was against the rules. It was against the law to speak our own traditional languages. And they even took children out of their homes and sent them to schools where they would learn to speak only English and forget their language. And so it's really important for Native communities to try to bring the languages back. And one of the ways that some authors are doing that is by including languages in books that can be shared for other people to enjoy. And that's what this book does. So I would really check it out if you can. You can also purchase this book, and I included a link from the publisher where you can find it. It's a really beautiful book. And the pictures are actually really gorgeous too. They're done by Julie Flack, and she's Korean Métis, and she just does absolutely beautiful artwork. She's done artwork for a lot of different authors, so you'll want to check that one out for sure. Another really great book about foraging is called Lessons from Mother Earth, and that's written by another Indigenous artist named Elaine McLeod. And this one is about a little girl named Tess. And Tess has visited her grandmother many times without really being aware of the garden. But today, they step outside the door and Tess learns that all of nature can be a garden. And if you take care of the plants that are growing, and if you learn about them, understanding when they flower and when they give fruit and when to leave them alone, you will always find something to nourish you. I think it's a really beautiful book about taking care of the earth around us and how many different ways you can use the things right outside your door. So I also included a link of where you can find that book if you want to check it out. These books celebrate food. Michumuks, they celebrate the food that grows right outside. It's free. It's there. Nobody has to farm it. No one has to take care of it. Mother Earth just gives this to us for us to enjoy. Foraging is one of my favorite things to do, and I love to learn about new plants and ways that we can use those plants. It's all free. Who doesn't love free stuff? So I'm giving you a challenge this week to go outside and see what you can learn about the plants that grow around your yard and what they can be used for. There's lots of resources online that you can use for help in identifying plants. But if you have any trouble, feel free to send me an email and I'll try to help you out as best I can. And I would love to see what kind of foods you like to go foraging for. What michumuks is your favorite? And if you send me some videos and some pictures, I'd love to see what you're foraging for, and I can share them with others as well. Now, all this week until the next Children's Hour, I'm going to be posting videos of things that I forage for outside and ways that I use them, so you can check those out. And I hope that you'll send your videos to me, and I can learn some things too. Let me see if I can get back. Here we are. So I hope that you enjoyed this Children's Hour. I hope that you learned a little bit. I do want to say one very important thing before I go. Foraging is a lot of fun, but it takes a lot of work to do a lot of research to learn what plants you're using. And that's very important because some plants can be dangerous. And some plants that you think are safe may have lookalikes that look almost exactly like them that aren't so good for you. So you want to make sure that you're very careful about what you're using, and you don't want to eat anything unless you're 100% sure that you have the right plant and that it is edible and safe to be used. So please have a good time exploring, but please be careful too. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to email me and ask me anything. I will try my best to answer. And if I can't answer, I have a lot of friends in the community that know a lot of stuff, and maybe I can have them help us out. So I hope to see you next week. Pishkanashni Tam.